Hi everyone, and welcome to the General Hospital recap for April 5th, 2016, and it's going to be the first in the marathon of Sunday uploads. So yeah, I'm going to watch Wednesdays while this is uploading. It's going to be so much fun, so let's get right to it. At Jason's place, Sam and Jason are back, and Jason still thinks someone wants Hayden dead and for something that Hayden did. So they piece together the whole thing, and Sam wants to update Nicholas because this may all make sense to him. Yeah, I'm sure it will. At Nicholas's room in the Metro Court, Elizabeth doesn't want Nicholas to try to have Hayden killed, and he tells her not to worry about him or Spencer, and he's going home to Hayden. And he doesn't want to make her an accomplice, but isn't saying that, like, kind of whatever. So Elizabeth has to go back to the hospital, and Sam and Jason come over to tell him what they found out. So Sam tells Nicholas that Tracy knew who Hayden was and used her to get ELQ back. So now that's all starting to make sense to Nicholas. Sam asks if Hayden's gone, and he says he didn't throw Hayden out because he loves her and wants to save his marriage. And Sam's like, this is crazy. And she looks at Jason like, is this seriously happening? And Jason's like, not my problem. So Sam's frustrated because Nicholas is putting Spencer at risk, and Jason says that maybe Hayden has something on Nicholas. Can he be on the payroll? Because seriously, at this point, like, he's the Jackal and Jackal McCall right now at Windermere. Curtis is there, and he wants to provide security. So Hayden says that she doesn't have a death wish, she just wants what's hers, and that she grew up a certain way, and she earned her way through business school and every penny she made, and all she wants is financial security. And Curtis is like, it sounds more like an addiction. So she's like, I'm not addicted to money. It's not about the money for me. Part of the reason I want ELQ and all this is so I can pay back my father's investors. And he's like, yeah, stop rehearsing your speech for your husband. And she's like, you know what? What's in this for you? So Curtis is like, I want to back a winner. I am backing a winner. You're a survivor. And I want to see you turn the tables on Nicholas. I'm like, Curtis, I get you. I like you. At Anna's place, Griffin is playing sheriff and doctor with Emma, and it's the cutest thing in the world. Seriously, if you did not see this episode, you need to, because it is the cutest thing in the world. So, my bad. They were actually playing cowboys and neurosurgeons. Duh. Don't know how I missed that one. So, there's a Star Trek reference, and I believe this was First Contact Day, because a bunch of people on Facebook were like, Happy First Contact Day, and I'm like, I've never seen Star Trek. So Sonny's at the door, and Anna's like, it's not a good time, but Griffin's like, hey, Sonny, as long as he already saw Sonny, why not come in? So Emma brings up the tutu, and Anna says how Emma had given her best tutu to Duke, and they had this whole recital, and I'm remembering that episode, I think, or I just made it up. Who knows? So Anna says, Griffin's kind of following in his father's footsteps, and he'd be really proud of him. So Anna allows Sonny to speak freely in front of Griffin. And Griffin's like, did you decide to opt for the vengeance? And Sonny's like, no. That won't do any good right now. Justice is going to come first, and then we'll see with the whole forgiveness thing. So Griffin has to leave, and Sonny thinks Griffin is being a little judgmental with the whole kumbaya, and I'm like, okay. I just really liked that sentence. So Sonny shows Anna the flash drive, and Anna's listening to the recording of Paul and Carlos, and Sonny's people are going to try to figure out where the call originated, but they need the actual bug back, which I think is a very poor design. At the boxing rink, because that's what it is on this channel, I feel like I already recapped this one, but I didn't, but I feel like I did. Maybe because I wrote it, I don't know. So Michael comes to see Dante, and Dante wants to know what Sonny's plans are for Carlos, and Michael's like, don't know what you're talking about. I read that blog post about Carlos being alive. Crazy, right? And Dante's like, I think Sonny told you before you read the news blog, and he really pushes it. So Michael's like, he doesn't want to be put in this position. Dante says he just wants to stop a nightmare before it starts, and Michael holds firm that he needs to have this conversation with Sonny. And I'm like, I love this side of Michael. I really do. I can't wait to see, where they take him in the next few years. So Sonny comes in. Michael has left at this point. Sonny comes in and he jokes about how great it is to box with his son, the cop. Oh, I know why I feel like I've recapped this before. I read it to you at the diner. Okay, makes sense now. Anyway, so he jokes about how great it is to box with his son, the cop, because he can hit an officer of the law without getting in trouble. And I'm like, that's really funny, except for the fact that you've literally shot your son Dante in the chest and got away with it, and it takes away some of the funnies. Like, I don't know, it's all I could think about when he said that. Like, I don't know, were you thinking that too? Because I can't be the only one who was thinking that. So Dante wants to know his plans for Carlos, and he's like, full disclosure, I went to Michael first. And Sonny's like, well, that's not fair, I would never involve Michael. And I'm like, I don't think so the next few years. And plus, you kind of did. So Dante doesn't want Sonny to kill Carlos. At the hospital, a lot happened at the hospital. Strap in. So Tracy wakes up and Dr. Finn tells her she had another seizure, and Dylan and Ned come in with food, and Dr. Finn wants to talk to them outside, and they want to know if Tracy's dying, which I hope not. So Monica's involved now. Obrecht makes her way into the conversation and says they need to operate immediately. So Dr. Finn agrees that if the CAT scan shows what he thinks it will, that she will need surgery. So Monica tells Elizabeth to be ready to scrub in, and Ned has strong words for Paul, who has made his way over here. And he says that he's here for Dylan and not Tracy. And Dylan's like, well, maybe more support would help. And Ned's like, fine, but keep him away from me. So Obrecht calls them over. Tracy will need surgery, but it's up to Tracy, Dr. Monroe, or Dr. Mays. Who will operate? So, well, Obrecht is like, Dr. Mays should definitely operate. And Dr. Finn's like, no. Like, Tracy needs to decide. You know, she may be weak, but she's lucid and she can make this decision. So Monica tells Dylan and Ned that before they walk back into the room, wipe the fear off their faces and, like, then come in. So Dr. Finn tells Tracy there's swelling in her brain and she's going to need surgery, and she agrees to it. And before even being given an option, she's like, I want Dr. Monroe. So there you go. She didn't even need to be given the option. So Anna brings Emma to the hospital, and she hugs Elizabeth, and they run into Paul, because why wouldn't you? So Anna tells Emma to, I think she said to find Felix and go take, like, selfies with the staff, to show Robin and Patrick back, at home. So while Emma's, like, going off and doing that with her phone, Anna is talking to Paul, and she's like, oh, I need to update Robin. But I gave my phone to Emma. What am I going to do? And Paul's like, use my phone. And I'm like, oh, Anna, you are smart, because now she can get the bug out of the phone. So Anna has bad reception and needs to walk away, and she gets the bug out and hands the phone back to Paul. So Michael came to visit Tracy, but she's not accepting visitors because of, getting ready for surgery. And Griffin asked Dr. Finn what's going on, and he told Tracy that he's told that Tracy wants him to perform the surgery. Dr. Finn is going to be right beside him the whole operation. Monica checks in with Tracy, and Tracy is like, I'm gonna live in that house my brother gave you until Alice has to carry us both out. And so she's ready for this. And then Obrecht is more than skeptical about Griffin's abilities. And now end scene. Woo! So Griffin asks Liz if she's okay to do this since she's known Tracy for so long. And she says, you know what? At this hospital, you're used to, operating and being in the, operating room with people that you know. And, they're not really that close. And he has confidence that Tracy will make it through. Emma took lots of pictures around the hospital. Tracy is being wheeled into the OR, and she has a moment with her family. She wants... She wants eggs Benedict from the Metro Court for after her surgery, and Ned is like, I can have cook too, send over eggs and caviar. And she's like, why choose? Just send both. And then the family dramatically looks on as she's being wheeled away. Sonny tells Dante not to worry, and Dante tells him to turn Carlos over to the authorities. Dante wants Sonny's people to find Carlos first, because otherwise he fears that Carlos will be killed and, Sonny will be blamed for it. Nicholas arrives home, and Hayden is like, you don't have to be so miserable. This could be the start of something great. And he wants to know her plan, and she's like, live a nice life together? Why not? So she had Alfred set another place for dinner for Curtis, who is staying with them for a while. And Sam and Jason discuss Nicholas's involvement with Hayden, and they figure out that Hayden was coming to the garage to tell Jason who he is, something Nicholas was trying to conceal. All right, that is it for today's for the 5th, April 5th General Hospital recap. I will be back in like 5 minutes, about to watch Wednesdays, but I hope you have a great, 10 minutes until you see the next video, and I will see you then. Bye!